Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. What's going on, guys? Second last press conference. Let me just adjust this. Oh my god, I've still got a cough. This is pretty loud in the old eardrums. That's a bit better. Still working out the new microphone, so let's hope it's coming through nice and clear. Volume levels hopefully up and about, and Shorty's up and about. Shorty story time tonight. We've got a bit of a later press conference, not in times of day, but just in terms of when I actually wanted to get it out. Wanted to get it out on Sunday night, usually do, but it was a chaotic day for Shorty. It's been a lot going on. Lost me phone, found me phone. I'll tell you how that happened in a second. But yeah, like I said, second last press conference of the year. Thanks to everyone who's tuning in right now, because anyone who's tuning in right now is definitely very much dedicated to SuperCoach and watching the channel. So I really do love and appreciate that, because we know the SuperCoach interest does simmer down a touch at this stage. So everyone who's on board, shout out to you guys. So we'll also look to go live throughout the week. Stay tuned as to when that is. But what happened to Shorty's phone? What happened there? Crazy times, right? Sunday, I always work. I deliver groceries for Coles just in the van, just for a bit of background. Now, I always just chuck my phone in the van that I'm going to be in. Cool. I went in a bit early, was loading some vans, piece of cake. I'm just fucking around listening to the footy on my phone, just waiting for the designated leave time. Cool. Manager comes out. She's like, oh my God, one of the fellas is like, hit a tree or something. The side of the van's fucked. There's a hole in it. Holy shit, that's not good. Okay, cool. We're going to have to get him back, send him home, put his van, or everything that's loaded in his van, into mine. Then you're going to do his load. Fuck, okay. I had a cruise yesterday. I had about 21 drops out of the country, bit of Teesdale, bit of Bannockburn, lovely. He had about 30. Just fucking. So I was already running late, because by the time he came back and we had to unload his, which is a nightmare, put my van back in there and load my van back up. That probably doesn't mean much to you. What you do need to know is that it was crazy. Chaos. I moved about 3 or 4 vans. Cool. I'm running late, hour and a half. All right, we're finally going to get away. No stress. Just put Triple M on, listen to the boys, Saturday rub sort of set up. It'll be fine. You'll get through it. I'll go to message my mate. Where the fuck's my phone? Cool. It's probably slipped down somewhere. Right? You know, it always happens. It's always down the side of the couch or down the side of the seat. Fuck, it's not there. Okay. I must have left it in, because I was sort of leaving it around, because I was all over the shop. Plans were changing every fucking 20 minutes. So I was trying to go back over my steps. I'm like, it must be here. I remember having it here. Rah. You know, you're when you really try and think. So I'm looking under the seat. I'm looking behind this, over here. I'm like, where the fuck's me damn phone? Literally looked for 30 minutes. Couldn't find it. So I was getting to the point where I'm like, I just have to go here. My other boss, he had that find my device. So I put that in. And it was right here. It was saying active now. It's in where we're loading up. I'm like, fucking hell. So I double check, look around, go for a walk. We can't find it anyway. So I've written that off. I've just probably lost my phone. Don't know where it is. I was thinking maybe it's just fallen in one of the crates at the back, and I'll just come across it. You know, because we had 3 people loading, we have other people shopping, you know, maybe someone just put it somewhere accidentally. How accurate is this pin with the Find My Device? Is it in the store? Is it in my damn van? Anyway, whole day goes past, didn't find it. This morning, I log on, find my phone. It's in like 20 minutes from where I'm at, like at this house. I'm like, fucking hello. I'm going straight there. Do that, because I thought this is crucial. My alarm will go off in the morning. I just need the battery to stay in there. I just need the charge to hold on. I'll go out there, knock on the door. Lady greets me like, got that look on her face like, what the fuck? Who are you? And as I walked in, we have these little tickets that are on the front of the crate, like van 12, delivery 3. And there was one of those in her front yard. I thought, this is it. We've done the miracle. Detective Shorty, the Find My Device, there's a tag. It's this person's got a delivery from Coles. How good is this? Knock on the door, blankest look I've ever seen. She's like, oh no, we don't get Coles deliveries. And I'm like, well, fuck. Because the pin literally said right there. So I went both sides, both neighbours. One was a childcare centre. We delivered those a bit. Nothing. I'm thinking, fucking hell. All right. I'll go to TAFE, get that done, whatever. And then I get home. All right, I'll check it straight away, find my phone. It says it's back at Warm Ponds, where I work. So I'm like, okay, it's in a van. It has to be in a goddamn van because it's moved and now it's back. You know, when they would be reloading him and going for the afternoon shift. Shorty's fucking about to jump in the car, go for a look. Boom, jump on Instagram. Cody's messaged me, Shorty, I found your phone. I was like, fucking, how good is this? It's a day for the believers, baby. A day for the optimists. It was crazy. I mean, it's just a piece of shit Android. Apologies, but I do want to upgrade to an iPhone. But yeah, crazy times. It's not a nice feeling when you lose your phone. It's just, you just feel a little bit out of it. I like to switch off from technology, but you just do feel a little bit naked, you know, a little bit out of it. So crazy times. I mean, I looked everywhere. So apparently, right, it was on the Find My device, you can press ring my phone and it like makes a noise because everyone's like, oh, call it. I'm like, bro, it's on silent. So calling it meant nothing unless it lit up, you know, like at night time we did that. But yeah, did the ringing thing on the Find My device, and then it goes after about 30 seconds. It's the ringing stopped. I'm like, well, hold on, who fucking stopped that? Hang on a sec. And that's when I checked my messages, and yeah, they'd found it. So it was I'm pretty sure it was in the van we were driving that I drove around the whole day. So I honestly have no idea. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Shorty, you had the worst look. It was just under the bloody seat. I looked multiple times in and under, spotlight here, moving shit everywhere. It's just a small fucking cabin van bit. Come on, man. I don't know where it was or how it snuck its way away from me. But reunited, baby, with the old Android. Gotta love that. The old man's messaged me. Rumblings at Essendon. Yep. So true, Jeff. Shit be crazy. But anyway, let's jump into my actual SuperCoach side and how we went. Hopefully you enjoyed that ramble. It always sounds a little bit better through the new microphone. But also, I'm in a SuperCoach draft grand final over the weekend. I had too much going on to check it. I'm feeling confident. I was checking quite a few of my players' scores, but I do like the thrill of just waiting until the final moment to have a look. So come on. Can Shorty find his phone and find SuperCoach glory in the 24-hour period? It'd be awesome if I could find some good Wi-Fi as well. That'd just be great. Yeah, we'll just wait while that loads. That's totally cool. All right, let's go to home. Come on, be good to me, baby. Yes, baby, we were good. 50-point win. Good boy. That's what we needed, baby. Not a bad classic rank, but who cares? Let's dive into the draft, baby. Oh, man, that's so good. Oh, because I lost in the grand final Langers. I lost in my other one that I felt like I was going well. Oh, man, Redmond and Barras was on the bench and Blitzards on the bench. I would have been fuming if I went down. Oh, Dawson, baby, was big late. Davies Uniacke. Oh, Tommy Green bounced back. Good boy. McAvoy was crucial. Shout out to, was it Daniel T or someone on the live session put me onto that. So credit to you. Dillmore solid. Berry solid. Good. That's good. No one deserves anything. You make your own luck. But I really felt like I just deserved to get one SuperCoach draft win. I really did. Oh, happy about that. Yeah, it was getting to that point where I thought, gee whiz, am I going to get much out of this season? You know, when you put a lot into it, you just want to come away with a little bit of silverware somewhere. Check out SuperCoach Mates as well. They do some good stuff. I partnered up with them throughout the preseason, did a little video, so I'll hopefully catch up with them again soon. Just looking at my classic, Jaden Short bounced back, which was good. Tommy Stewart bounced back, which was handy. Bit late, mate. You cost me brutally the other week. Ridley had one of his best scores for the year, which was nice. Sinclair was really solid. He always is. And Pendlebury, you know, bumped into the 90s. He's a lock for 80 at least, but a bit of a better game. And Jaden Short bounced back. Good boy. Crispy just hasn't been what we had hoped, you know. I think we'll sit down at the end of the year and say, Jack, thanks for your time. It's been a fun year. but we won't hang out again. We're not going to hang out again. Sorry, mate. Laird would have probably cost a few people. I was tossing and turning. I went Bontempelli for the VC because I was really confident Windhager would tag Neil. Now, that doesn't always mean he holds him. You know, he's a young player versus a Brownlow medalist, but he did hold him. Barely struggling to speak. He held him really well. So I thought, I need to make a bit of a point of difference here because it's a bunch of cookie-cutter teams out there. I need to try something different at this stage of the year. Rolled the dice on Bontempelli, who's had a few 150 pluses of late. Didn't work, and then I was out of Miller and Oliver. You spend all that time going this and that, match up this, possible this. 1 point separated them, so it didn't really matter in the end. But I know a few people would have ended up with Laird, would have gone the Neil into Laird. Would have been frustrating, but nonetheless. Cripper was back in town. Brayshaw's consistent as ever. McRae had a bit of a better week than previous, so that would have been nice. And Petrarca was, solid. He's had a really nice back end of the season. Darcy was fantastic. He's been an absolute roller coaster, has Sean. Just all over the shop. I think if he can have a good pre-season, he'll be at a pretty nice price for what he's capable of next year, so watch this space. And Witsy was also good. The Doggies Brigade up forward. Dunkley was rock solid. Bontempelli, like I mentioned, touched on him. Parker's been a pretty handy pickup for me. Bailey Smith just hasn't quite been the selection I had hoped. Some good scores the last couple of weeks. But he's sort of the guy, how you see some players like Bontempelli, they'll have 24 touches, AFL Fantasy of 81 and SuperCoach 108. Bailey Smith's the sort of guy where he's got 29 touches, 114 AFL Fantasy, 94 SuperCoach. For whatever reason, it's a bit like Taranto. It must be an effectiveness thing. Something in their statistical makeup just doesn't warm to it now. English was okay, but he just, Steph Martin played hasn't quite been ideal. And look, what I really suffered with was Duncan, and I had Carmichael on the field. Rioli emergency loophole. So, well, it was no loophole. I just ended up going Carmichael. I couldn't remember what I had done, whether I'd even put Rioli or Carmichael on the field. And here I was driving around without a phone or access to SuperCoach on Sunday afternoon thinking, fuck, I'm in the hands of the gods, baby. So that's how that panned out. But look, let me know how you went below. I'd love to hear that. Let's take a look at these leagues. Hopefully I did half decent in some. Oh my God. And the answer to that question is no. That's rough. Shit, that's embarrassing. Ouchies. Out of everything. Some of these are when I actually got eliminated, but what's current? Got smashed in that. Oh my God. 5 points. Morgan, you bastard. You got me, mate. 5 points. Got smashed in that. And that one got comfortably beaten. So, look. What can you do, hey? What can you do? I think I'm probably representative of where my rank is. Sometimes you feel like you're on the up. Sometimes you feel like you're slipping. I think I'm exactly where I am. I'm just outside the top 10,000. Haven't been able to deliver quite what I would like. To have Duncan and Taranto on the bench, respectively. I was lucky that Cripper got off, really. But, to have Taranto was meant to be a guy that, okay, hasn't been his best year, but he's really solid backup. And when I've really needed him, he hasn't come through. So, same with like Hewitt and that type of thing. It just didn't come through. I was meant to have an 8th defender, an 8th, it hasn't quite happened. I think I sit where I sit. It sounds pretty obvious, but I think sitting around the 10 to 13,000 mark is about a reflection of my year. Really good first half of the year. Not so good in the second half. Like I said, made mistakes without going with Cameron and Himmelberg and, holding probably too long on Short or Crisp or, Brody hurt me. I made a mistake there. So you can look back and have a suss of your mistakes. But today, we're just going to revel in the victory of SuperCoach Draft. And speaking of which, shout out to my mate Andrew. He got up in his draft grand final, which I was absolutely stoked for him. We've been talking throughout the year. I saw him at the MCG earlier in the year as well. He reached out to me for a bit of draft help, and we got there. I shouldn't say we. He delivered a great team. I gave a couple of points here and there. But I was absolutely wrapped for him. He has a big competition like me with the trophy and bits and pieces and all that sort of stuff. Plenty of bragging rights in there for him, and he got the chocolate. So, mate, if you're watching, good on you. Well played. And I look forward to, hopefully catching up with a celebratory beverage at some stage. Hopefully run into it, maybe a final or something like that throughout September. But yeah, I'll wrap this one up, get it all edited up, and hopefully have it out pretty soon to you. But like I said, feel free to drop any questions in there. I look forward to talking to you throughout the week, whether it be in the comments section or live on our little Q&A. I'll chat to you then. Cheers, guys.